A new study shows that Xbox players actually play more games than PlayStation players. Let's talk about it. And this one, this article kind of threw me off because when I saw the title, I'm like, there's no way in hell that Xbox is outpacing PlayStation 5 players, considering Xbox hasn't sold as many consoles. Anyways, PlayStation 5 and PC may have a larger player base than Xbox these days, but Xbox apparently still has the other platforms beat on one metric. According to a new report, Xbox players play more games than the PlayStation 5 and Steam counterparts, and it's due to Game Pass. I will say, at the end of the day, Game Pass this year, and I'd say last year, was significantly better than PlayStation Plus. Based on data collected by Ampere Analytics, Xbox users on average played almost 6 games each in August 2025. This is significantly more than Steam players, 4.5 games on average, and PlayStation 5 players, 3.7 games. And Ampere suggests that this finding is due to Game Pass effect. Game Pass, for you people that don't know, is like Netflix for video games. They give you a library of video games to play with, and you could just click it, and some of them you could just stream directly from the servers, and some of them you just download and play. Anyways, in essence, enough Xbox players are Game Pass subscribers at this point that the ability to easily try out dozens of new games actually shows up in the data, which to me is, I guess, a good thing for Microsoft, that they're getting that many, let's say, Game Pass users actually sticking around. However, Ampere suggests that Xbox players are spending less overall time playing games compared to PlayStation 5 and Steam players. And this is where the analytics really step in and it really flips it on the script. Flips the script and puts everything on its head. While this dynamic has often been true in the past, Ampere suggests that August 2025 was particularly unbalanced. Xbox users only played 7.7 hours of games on average, much lower than the PlayStation 5 players that played 12.7 hours and Steam 11.9. And it's making me wonder, is this has got to be every month? It's not like this is a weekly thing. Anyways, it's worth noting that these trends vary considerably over time as different games release dominate certain months. The upcoming launch of Black Ops 7, for instance, will rebalance game time across the platforms as users will receive it in Game Pass. And that's where the imbalance of Game Pass versus PlayStation Plus kind of comes in, is due to the fact that you do get a lot of these first-party Microsoft titles that you can play that you can put a lot of time into. Perfect example. A couple months ago, you got the new Doom game. The month before that, you got the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster. Coming November, I think it's November. Yeah, it's November. You're going to get Black Ops 7. So when it comes to the differences between Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, it's glaring because you get significantly better games, first-party titles on top of that to play. Despite this variance, the general dynamic is quite resilient. Xbox users leverage Game Pass to sample far more games than players on other platforms, but they tend to spend less time gaming per month, which is kind of surprising to me because when you look at it, most of these people that are getting pulled for this played 7.7 hours of games. So if you're only playing 7.7 hour of games for the Xbox over a month period, that's like, what? That's less than 2 hours a week, which is kind of eye-opening. Where the PlayStation players are playing, 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9, 12. So you're roughly playing 3 hours a week as a PlayStation player, and roughly the same with Steam, right? So it makes me wonder who the hell they're pulling for this, because I'll sit down and I'll play like 3 hours, 4 hours. Like on my days off, I'm playing like 6 hours of freaking games. This report comes at an uncertain time for the Game Pass model. While Xbox has said that Game Pass will get the largest investment ever this year, there are other signs of the discontent. Discontent. And I think a lot of that is due to the uncertainty of Xbox and the fact that there's a lot of people out there, that's me included, that's like, yo, this is probably going to be the last rendition of Xbox that we're going to get. Now, the Xbox brand might stay around, but I don't think the Xbox console will stay around. Why? Because it costs Microsoft money for every console sold. And they bank on the model of, okay, we'll sell you the Xbox console, even though the console just got a price bump as well, but we'll sell you the console at a loss, but they're banking on you buying Game Pass to kind of supplement that. And they also kind of, hey, we'll throw we'll throw Call of Duty on there because they're expecting people to forget that they even signed up for Game Pass. And if they forget they're signed up for Game Pass, boom, you got people that are paying 6, 8, 12, 24 months worth of Game Pass and not playing a single game. Why? Because they totally forgot they signed up for it just to play that one Call of Duty. It's just mind-blowing to me that, it's a subscription model. A lot of subscription models bank on that. Perfect example, gym memberships. The more you go, the more money that the gym's going to lose. But how many people actually go? Not that many. So they end up making money because you forget to cancel your gym membership. So you don't go and you don't put the wear and tear on their equipment, and boom, they're saving money. Many developers have critiqued Game Pass' effect on the industry, such as the former PlayStation boss Sean Layden, who said subscription models drive developers to become wage slaves. Hey, this is what I hate saying this. They do push the subscription model really hard, and it's not just Microsoft. It's not just, Sony. It's not just Nintendo. It's EA. It's all those other ones. Take-Two. Because a lot of these other ones, they're like, hey, just get comfortable not owning your games. Just buy the subscription so that you have access to fill-in-the-blank model, right? And it's just one of those things. Like, they get mad because Microsoft is like, all right, we're going to top you guys. We're going to one-up you guys by putting our first-party titles on there day one. We're going to throw our creme de la creme. We're going to throw our Dooms. We're going to throw our Call of Duties. We're going to throw fill-in-the-blank, right, on there day one. So it forces the other subscription models to kind of like try to keep up and try to put the better games on there. Now, granted, it's just one of those things. I know a lot of these individuals, like here, Take-Two boss Strauss Zelnick, questions Game Pass benefits the economic growth of game development, while former Xbox executive Shannon Loftus argues that Game Pass undermines retail revenue. And this right here, those last two statements, economic growth of game development and Game Pass undermines retail revenue. They're looking at, show me the money. But it's just one of those things. Do I think that Game Pass is a pretty good value? Absolutely, I do. Do I think that it's kind of unfair that they're telling you that you're never going to own another game again? Yeah, absolutely. Let's go full screen. But it's just one of those things. Like, we're going to have to sit down and genuinely think about how we want to approach these subscription services, whether we want to continue to subscribe to them, whether we don't, whether we want to allow these game publishers, especially the smaller ones, unlike the Microsofts, unlike the Sonys, that are like, this isn't fair, this isn't good for the gaming, ecosystem, because Microsoft has the pockets that they can drop those new games on there and it's forcing the hands of them. So be it, man. They're going to end up eating each other alive. It's just my food for thought on that topic. Y'all take it easy. Have a great and wonderful day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.